Breaking news on Newsday TV. 2 people are dead after a wrong-way crash on the LIE. It happened here in Holtzville at exit 62 around 12:45 this morning. Police say a 61-year-old man was headed east in the westbound lanes when he crashed head-on into another car, killing himself and the other driver, a 32-year-old man. We'll bring you more when we get it. The investigation into the alleged Gilgo serial killer is expanding. ABC News says New Jersey investigators are looking into Rex Heuermann's possible ties to Atlantic City and past investigations involving sex workers. Here on the island, searches continue at his Massapequa Park home and storage units in Amityville. Investigators are also interviewing inmates and sex trafficking victims to see if they had contact with him. Sherry Einhorn and investigative reporter Sandra Petty has an exclusive look at the changes being made at the Suffolk jail now that Heuermann is being held there.
Accused Gilgo Beach serial killer Rex Heuermann is being housed in an undisclosed special unit at the Suffolk County Jail, where he will remain in the custody of the Sheriff's Department while his case makes its way through the legal system. There are special precautions being taken to protect him. Additional personnel have been assigned to the unit, but only authorized personnel have been given access. Newsday investigative reporter Sandra Petty says the Sheriff's Department has 3 key goals with Heuermann: to maintain care, custody, and control.
He is being videotaped and watched 24 hours a day, and whenever they move him from one part of the jail to another, all movement in the jail stops. That means all movement of other inmates stop. And they're not only screening his visitors, they're screening the visitors who might be coming at the same time as his visitors.
That seems like a lot of extra layers. Is that unusual for an inmate at the jail?
It is unusual for an inmate at the jail.
Sheriff Errol Toulon, who sat down with Newsday several days after the arrest, worked in New York City when mob boss John Gotti and subway shooter Bernard Goetz were inmates.
You know, I'm up thinking about every scenario I've dealt with over the last 40 years with inmates who have a really high profile.
Even before Heuermann's arrest, the Sheriff's Department was using resources from its sex trafficking unit to aid in the investigation, which began 13 years ago. They've been pouring through a database of about 300 victims while showing Heuermann's picture to see if anyone came into contact with the 59-year-old Massapequa Park architect.
And we actually had come across 2 females that he had contacted by phone, spoke to them, but he never met them.
I'm Sherry Einhorn for Newsday TV.
Heuermann has pleaded not guilty in the murders of 3 women found dead in the Gilgo area. Police say he's the prime suspect in the killing of a 4th. Newsday TV's team of journalists is working around the clock to bring you the latest on the Gilgo investigation. Read more on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Happening today, an open house at the new Family Care Center at Mercy Hospital. Today, there will be music, food, crafts, and tours to the public at the facility on North Village Avenue and Rockville Center. The clinic will provide obstetrics, maternal fetal medicine for high-risk patients and pediatric care, among other things. The $12.5 million care center opens to patients next month. Now, if you bought a Powerball ticket in California, you could be $1 billion richer.
We have another life-changing jackpot for you. It's worth an estimated $1.08 billion. So get those tickets out. Let's play that first.
It was the 3rd biggest jackpot in the game's history. The ticket was sold at La Pimienta's Mini Market in downtown Los Angeles, California. The winning numbers on your screen: 7, 10, 11, 13, and 24, with a 24 Powerball. Now, you could still, get a little rich if you want it. Tomorrow's Mega Millions jackpot is worth an estimated $720 million. Good luck to you and everyone. Sports now, a new energy surrounding the Jets on the first day of training camp. Al Ianazone reports from Florham Park.
The Jets open training camp this week. It's year 3 for Robert Saleh as head coach and year 1 with Aaron Rodgers as quarterback. Expectations are high. They're on Hard Knocks, 6 primetime games. The belief is The 12-year drought, missing the playoffs, is going to end, and it's all because of Aaron Rodgers. But there's so much more that they have. They're a good young team. Garrett Wilson, receiver. Sauce Gardner, the cornerback. Expectations are really high. There's a different energy level here. They're all talking about it, how they just feel different. Everything feels different coming into the building now. They believe they have a legitimate chance of winning a Super Bowl. And it starts at training camp, because now this is when Aaron Rodgers really gets to throw the football. They'll be in pads eventually, and he's going to make everybody better. He's going to make his receivers better. He's going to make the running backs better, but he's also going to make the Jets' top 5 defense from last year better. Aliana's own reporting from the Jets training facility in Florham Park.
Read more about the Jets on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Your hyper-local weather now. Here's a look at Rogers Beach and West Hampton. Sun and clouds, warm today. Highs around 83 degrees. Tonight we're partly cloudy in the 70s. Tomorrow, thunderstorms return, so make sure you grab an umbrella. Highs around 78 degrees. Looking at your futurecast here, tomorrow morning we see some rain, but it won't last forever. Just a pop-up storm or two.
Long Island weather is brought to you by King O'Rourke Automotive Group.
A trip back in time now. Vintage baseball being played here on the island with rules set in the mid-19th century. It's a story you'll see only in Newsday.
This game has a magic to it that brings the villagers out.
Today, it is 1864. We are playing vintage baseball at Old Bethpage Village Restoration.
Vintage baseball brings back a very much simpler time of life in America.
We try to be as accurate as possible. Down to our uniforms, we tend to blacken out cleats because we don't want to advertise logo designs. We want all of our equipment to be made by the same traditions and styles that it was done back then.
I wasn't good enough to make it to the majors. None of that. I tried. You learn that you're not good enough. It doesn't mean you stop playing. You know, you find something that you love, and I truly love this.
The ball is very close to major league hardness, so it makes it difficult. You have to learn how to bring the ball into your body. Many players do break fingers. I've broken 8.
You'll notice I don't have mangled fingers, but I have dislocated a finger or 2 only. Thankfully, never broken any of my fingers. But it is fun to run out in the outfield and just catch a ball barehanded. There's nothing like it. 1864 baseball is more fun than any softball or baseball game you will see on TV or you will play in your lifetime.
We're one of the only programs in the country that you can come into the village that day and we'll suit you up to play.
We have more of a brotherhood or friendship amongst our opponents and our teammates and friends. We tend to bond more like families than just teammates who we see once a week, and our strength as a team has grown because of our relationships.
I think when you come to places like the Old Bethpage Village Restoration, you get a sense of going back in time. I often come early to help set up the fields, and there's nobody here and it's quiet. And it's one of the only fields in the country that you can look around and not see anything modern, which is kind of cool. So, you know, sometimes you feel the ghosts out there.
You see players come here during the festival. We have a festival every year. They come from out of town. They come walking down this pathway and they stop, and they just stop because it's perfect.
Play ball. Read more about old-time baseball on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Are you ready to rock? The Great South Bay Music Festival kicks off tonight in Patchogue. Elisa DiStefano and David J. Cribley have the story you'll see only in Newsday.
It's Long Island's biggest music festival. The stage is being set up and the Great South Bay Music Festival is about to get underway. The 4-day festival happens here at Shorefront Park in Patchogue.
lots of different kinds of music. It's not a blues festival or a rock festival. It's just not one kind of festival. Just check the schedule out and see what day you like. Each day is a little bit different.
In addition to loved local acts, Newsday entertainment reporter David Criblay says they're bringing out big names for the festival's 15th anniversary.
There's a lot of people on this bill that they've been trying to get for years. So absolutely, this is going to be a big one.
Dave Mason kicks off the first day of the festival. Over 50 artists will perform on the 3 stages.
There's so much music. What are the must-sees?
Well, starting with Thursday night, Electric Hot Tuna is going to have their last Long Island show.
That's a big deal.
It's a really big deal, and they are going to do an incredible set last time on Long Island. On Friday, it's going to be a bit of a funky night. We're going to have the Dirty Heads, who are really blowing up right now with their album Midnight Control. And they have a really cool hit single called Island Glow, which is perfect for Pat Sharp. Saturday is huge. We're talking about Phil Lesh and friends. Phil Lesh from the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
He's going to be doing a 3.5-hour set.
Wow.
And he does his Friends band, which is all different musicians, changes every year.
So for all the Deadheads out there
totally.
and beyond.
The tie-dye will be flowing, yeah. Last night is also huge, which is going to be Government Mule. They're going to do Dark Side of the Mule, which is a tribute to Pink Floyd. They're going to be doing Pink Floyd songs. There's going to be laser lights and all kinds of different technology going on. And they also have Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin Evening. He's going to do a huge hour of all Led Zeppelin classics.
The Great South Bay grounds will feature a food court, art, and a craft village, Thursday through Sunday.
If you plan on coming, wear comfortable clothing, arrive early so you can get street parking, bring a beach chair or a blanket, and bring your kids. They'll have music and activities for them all weekend. For Newsday TV, Elisa DiStefano.
Elisa is ready to rock. Read more about the Great South Bay Music Festival on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
What's Up on Long Island is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
Here's what's up on Long Island. The Great South Bay Music Festival isn't the only thing happening this weekend. Country star Thomas Rhett is coming to UBS Arena on Saturday. The Home Team 2023 tour is making a stop at Belmont Park with Cole Swindell and Nate Smith. Mike Del Giudice and Big Shot are playing at the Paramount Mount in Huntington. The Billy Joel tribute band will perform Friday and Saturday night. Should be a great time. For admission info and more events, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage.
Get more of the stories you've seen on Newsday TV at Newsday.com. Plus breaking news, investigations, things to do, restaurants, and other Long Island news you can't get anywhere else. At Newsday.com, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.